Opioids are strong painkillers. They are coming from the plant Opium poppy, such as morphine, codeine, or they can be synthetic, which is lab-made, such as fentanyl. The body also makes its own natural opioids, such as endorphin. And opioids mainly work in brain, spinal cord, or gut. They bind to opioid receptors. These receptors are such as mu, kappa, delta. Mu is the strongest pain relief, but we can see euphoria, constipation, or addiction. And delta is the weaker one. The mechanism of action will be opioids attached to the opioid receptors, and these receptors are linked to G proteins. When opioids bind, they inhibit adenyl cyclase, so there will be less CAMP inside the cell. Or like they open potassium channels, so neuron becomes less excitable, or they close calcium channels, so less release of neurotransmitters will be seen, like substance P, or glutamate, or acetylcholine. And we see central nervous system effects such as, alright, overdose of benzodiazepines and overdose of opioids are very similar because as an effect we will see respiratory depression, which means hard to breathe, or we will see unconsciousness. I mean, respiratory depression is slow breathing, like hard to breathe, yeah. Or we will see unconsciousness. You can see these two in both benzodiazepine overdose and opioid overdose, but how can I understand the difference? There's a patient who had overdosed. How can I understand the difference? Because they are very similar. You need to check eye pupils. Tiny eye pupils, pinpoint eye pupils are happening with the opioids. So yeah, and what we were using naloxone for the antidote of opioid overdose. Flumazenil was for the benzodiazepine overdose. Alright, so another central nervous system effect. By the way, naloxone was working very fast, but for short term, the antidote of opioids. Alright, so we also see sedation, sleepiness, cough suppression, codeine. Cough suppression, we said, because we see cough suppression in codeine and dextromethorphan. Another central nervous system effect is respiratory depression, like we said. And what about the peripheral effects? We can see constipation or urinary retention. Urinary retention means hard to pee. And side effects, there will be constipation, nausea. We can see addiction. Addiction means craving the drug. You're losing the control, seeking the drug. Dependence means you're stopping the drug suddenly and you're seeing withdrawal effects, withdrawal symptoms. We will talk about it. And tolerance is, let's say that you're using a pain reliever, a drug which relieves the pain. You need higher dose of that drug to get the same effect once you use it a lot. And withdrawal symptoms, like we said, sweating, anxiety, goosebumps, pain. Natural, okay, so drug names here. Natural one is morphine, codeine. Semi-synthetic ones are heroin, hydromorphone, oxycodone. And synthetic ones are fentanyl, methadone, meperidine, tramadol. Withdrawal symptoms, we can see runny nose, we can see yawning, sweating, muscle pain, bone pain, and anxiety.